and the camper keys went right down the drain.
And this is where our keys are.
This was the first time that we set the camper up in the dark because of all the delays and everything that we had today. We didn't get here till after sunset, and it was black out there. So with the headset, it's not bad. This camper is not bad to set up at all. It's pretty quick. So we're set up. I'm going to feed her, but we're here. So we're here for the weekend.
How's your toast this morning, sir? Is it pretty good? Yeah, is it extra toasty? I guess my toast is a little too toasty this morning. But on the plus side, we know that the smoke detector works.
No crazy, oh my gosh, I have to get up super early and go hiking this morning videos this time. It was kind of a struggle to get here this weekend, which is a new thing for us. We had kind of just a long, crazy, super involved week, but we are just having a chill weekend this weekend. I think we're at the perfect state park for it. Kilen Woods State Park, it doesn't have a ton of amenities. There are only 5 miles worth of hiking trails. There isn't a beach, at least there isn't one on the map. We'll have to go hiking down by the river and see if there's a place for us to stop or not. But there aren't any bike trails, there isn't a big interpretive center. So instead of going out hiking super early this morning, we are just hanging around at the campsite and taking our time. Ooh. The good thing about this campsite, no mosquitoes. The bad thing, lots and lots of flies. So what happened there, Dave?
That was a dang big fly.
I guess.
And he got away. And he stole part of the fly swatter along with him.
From that trail right there behind us. Whew. But we have quite the dilemma here because there are 1, 2, 3 possibilities to choose from, and there are no signs.
None at all. We think we're just supposed to go straight according to the map, maybe.
We'll try
it's
it
not
and
clear.
See what happens. We can make this work. Hiking club is down there. We just have to somehow maneuver this thing down there. But this thing is a tank. The big Bob Dooley double stroller. This thing is like a sport utility stroller.
All right, well.
We can make it work.
Hopefully it has 3-wheel drive, because here we go.
No, it has 2 feet drive.
2 feet drive. 2 feet drive. Okay, let's see the 2 feet in action.
All right. My biggest concern with this is making sure that the logs don't scratch the figures there, but I think oh yeah, see?
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
No problem.
My wife is absolutely amazing. And she's been pushing that thing through this whole trail. Incredible.
Yeah.
So it looks like we made the right choice because there's a hiking club trail sign.
There are only 5 miles of hiking trails at this particular state park, but it looks like there's so many different combinations of trails. You could spend hours out here probably. We came to another fork in the trail. There's a trail that way. There are a couple behind me. There's another one right here. So even though there are only 5 miles of hiking trails, there are lots of different combinations that you can kind of hike, lots of little connection trails, I guess, that go back and forth and weave you around. So you really could spend a long time out here.
Okay, we thought we were 4-wheeling or 3-wheeling or 2-footing before.
Oh my gosh, do you see how far up it goes though? Once again, the time has come for us to part ways.
I can't take it anymore. the trail that we are on is just too steep.
Yeah, it goes straight up. The stroller is just not going to make it.
There's some down trees. Yeah, we're gonna split up. I'm taking the kids and going down and around, and Anne's gonna continue on up the hill, and hopefully we'll find the marker somewhere.
Yeah, divide and conquer.
Yes. We're 4-wheeling it through the woods, or 3-wheeling it, as the case may be.
Yep. So I like signs, and this sign tells me that I'm right there. And when you look at this sign, it looks like there are 1, 2, 3 possibilities of places you can go from this intersection. However, this is the trail I just came up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trail possibilities that I see instead of the 3 indicated on the map. This is the scenic overlook. Unfortunately, it's a little overgrown, so it's not terribly scenic. The river is down there somewhere. That's the Des Moines River. I can't believe it. I almost walked right past the hiking club trail sign. There is our password right here at the scenic overlook. It looks like the password was erased and somebody wrote it in, so hopefully that's the correct password.
We've calmed down a little bit and are just taking in the nature at the moment, waiting for Anne to catch up to us.
God, I love hills.
I know, aren't they great?
Oh, they're fantastic.
I know.
What a great workout.
Gets your heart pumping.
Burns
Get that
some
nice
calories.
endorphin rush. Those are awesome.
Endorphin rush.
Yeah.
I got chipped. I don't get any rush.
But they're fun. Why don't we do another one?
You okay with me being all sweaty?
I don't like you all sweaty.
Well, you might. I don't know if any of the people that are watching our channel do.
What, like my sister and your son? And I think my parents have seen
All the videos.
all of the videos,
Their
so
phone-
yeah.
Their phone.
I think
I think my
they'll
mom
be
is-
okay with
My
that.
mom is following us too.
Is she really?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I think our massive audience will be okay with you being sweaty.
All right, I'm kidding. If you're not, leave it in the comments below.
Oh my gosh, yes. One of the negatives about Kilen Woods, besides its really unfortunate name,
Yes.
is that there is no dump station available at this state park. That's the first time that we have had this happen. So we Googled, it looks like there is a dump station at a campground in Windham, Minnesota, which is just 10 miles away. So we're going to see if we can find that and dump there before we head home. Things that we look for in a state park. One, hiking trails.
Hiking trails. There were hiking trails there.
There were. And
Not a ton.
Right. It's 5 miles of hiking trails, which is not as many as most state parks. And I thought it would be disappointing, but once we got out there, one thing I noticed is that they kind of crisscross all over the place, and it's really easy to hop from one trail to another and kind of, I don't know, choose your own path kind of thing.
Yeah. And again, I think they did a fantastic job of, they had some that went through the woods next to babbling brooks and streams and rivers, some that went out onto the prairie.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a variety of, seeing the wildflowers and seeing the forest and seeing the rivers and things. So so then that aspect, that was good.
Yeah, it had everything
Yes.
that way.
Yep.
Yes. Biking trails we always look for. There are no bike trails at all at this state park.
No.
No interpretive center.
Nope.
No historical sites.
No.
No. So it pretty much just is the hiking trails and the campground.
Right. And the site itself is pretty small. There were 2 little loops. One had no power,
Correct.
and one had power.
Yes.
There's no dump station, like we said before. There is fresh water there, in I think 3 or 4 different locations that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're, if you want to go and fill up once you get there, there is water there available. There was the one bathhouse and showers.
Yep.
And
So there were
bathrooms.
individual showers and a bathroom, and this one was just fine. It wasn't super old. It wasn't super new. It was pretty much just your average bathhouse, I would say.
Yes. We stayed at site 31E, which is one of the electric sites on the electric loop.
Do not recommend.
Yeah, I wouldn't stay there again, just because that one is right at the end, right at kind of the point where everything comes together. It's right next to the restroom. It's right next to the dumpsters. And we had just a massive amount of the house flies. They weren't the biting kind of flies, but they were just, the really irritating house flies. And they were everywhere. So, and I think my theory is because we were so close to the garbage that we had more house flies than anywhere else. Because when we were out on the trails, I saw 1 or 2 bugs. I didn't have any problem with mosquitoes on these trails. I didn't have any problem with the biting flies. No horse flies, no bees. So the only spot we had problems with bugs was at our campsite next to the dumpsters.
Right.
I also did not see any, and maybe there was some and I just didn't notice, but were there any hike-in sites there?
No.
Okay, no hike-in sites either. Okay.
No. There is not really a beach area at this park either. There was an area that we could have gone down to, and it was kind of a nice little beachy area, but you would have had to trudge through quite a bit of mud to get there.
Yes.
So we did not venture down into the river. The other thing to be aware of with this park is that it is not staffed. It does not have a staffed office. There were staff members, rangers that came through and cleaned up the trash and that sort of thing, and it was obvious that the trails had been mowed really recently. They were in great shape, but there isn't anybody at all at the office. There are no office hours. If you have questions or you need any assistance, it actually, they give you a phone number to call the Windham Parks Department instead of Minnesota DNR. So that dumping station worked out okay?
Yeah, that wasn't too bad at all. It had a nice metal grate over the top of it, so if you line up your outlet valves right over that grate and right over where the sewer is, then when you first uncap it, there's sometimes a little bit of water, a little bit of sewage that seeped out is in there, or maybe a little bit of water left over from last time if you didn't get it all out. So if you remember, I can't remember which park it was. It was the one that had the huge elevation where their dumping station was
Camden State Park.
Was Camden. Okay, it was dirt, so it was just a muddy sewage kind of yuckiness.
Gross.
Where here, because they have those metal grates, you're standing on the metal grate, it drains down. There's none of that problem here.
So you didn't get any sewage on your shoes this time?
I did not. And they had a garbage can right there, so I could lose the gloves. So yeah, so that was, I mean, all in all, that was worth the $5 to stop and pay.
Well, you know what they say about Minnesota?
All the cool kids live here.
We have 2 seasons, winter and road construction.
Now be sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell.